Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Star Salvage Mod. As you can see, I am landed inside the shell of our capital ship. Now, I don't have any doors on the back yet, and there isn't too much else in here, but let's take a look around. Alright, so, as you can see, I used a lot of these heavy blocks in order to get this thing back into shape. Seeing as it was primarily constructed of them in the first place, I did have to do a little bit of tweaking on some of the shapes here, but for the most part, the ship is still in the same general shape it was before. She's got a bit of a belly on her, but she was kind of a tube, so, that's kind of to be expected. As you can see, I've got some slots set up for thrusters, at least for forward, back, and down. I think I might just drop some up thrusters, inside. Probably use some medium thrusters for that, I think. Left and right might be a little bit of a challenge. However, let's switch over to the other side here. As I was repairing, I noticed there is actually already a small thruster in place on this one side. I'm not sure I want that. I might swap it out for a heavy and just go ahead and do the thrusters there. Possibly. Not 100% certain yet. But all in all, she pretty much is just a shell at the moment. I did have to kind of get interpretive with the front end here because it was just kind of blown off. But as you can see, I've kind of got this nice little area set up for a bridge. No windows yet, but that's because I want to use the heavy windows. And I have an idea on how to get them. But before we get that far, we are going to need to get this ship at least in such a condition where it can be properly moved. This is going to require a few things. At least one thruster in each direction, preferably an RCS, some sort of fuel and energy supply, and of course a cockpit. Some way of commanding the actual ship. Those are the bare minimum needs to get the ship moving. And since I have had to fend off a couple more drones, I am a little concerned with getting that done sooner rather than later. As you can see, my little flight deck here is all just regular steel blocks rather than the hardened, because there were a bunch of random steel blocks like in the structure in places where you would assume one of the hardened would be. So I kind of pulled those out, used those for this. It's an interior wall, not going to be too big a deal. Speaking of interior walls, I think I might move this back and kind of make it so that there's a door here. Not too concerned with that until I've got some other things done. Speaking of the other things, I do have a small collection of thrusters, but not much. I need a few more medium thrusters, if I'm going to be honest. I pulled them from that one. I pulled them from here. I haven't pulled stuff from everywhere else yet. And I am, of course, going to be a bit concerned about CPU usage. As you can see, the shell is using quite a bit. So we might want to hit some of these little tubular space junks, because sometimes those will have CPU extenders in them, at least the tier 2s. So let's take a quick look around at some of these. That one does not appear to have one. How about you? You... hard to tell from that angle. Nope, that one does not have one either. Was this the one I just came from? No, I don't think so. Ooh. Nothing in that one at all. Do. There's a lot of these things, and they only rarely have them. And it's a toss-up as to whether it is a capital ship or a base one that it has when they do have them. So we're just gonna take a quick little peek around here. Nope, not in that one. And you might be going, hey, look, some windows. Ooh, hey, see, here we go. Here's one with an extension. We don't know what kind it's going to be yet. I don't want to use these windows, is ultimately what it is. Now, I think I might be able to do this. Let's see. Let's hook up to here. Think I can do this? Yeah, this will still damage those. We're going to pull the core. And I do not have my core with me. Dang it. Dang it. I don't have my core. We should be able to go at least see which kind it is. That is a base. Alright, that's a base CPU extender. I'm just going to pull it. And if I get components, I get components. Yeah, I got components. That's fine. Let's move this guy into the fridge real quick. Those have a spoil time, so alright. But like I said, it's a toss-up as to whether those have the base or the capital ship ones on them. Let's go grab my core, which I believe I left on this guy. Yeah, I left it on this guy. I was pulling blocks off of this. There we go. Alright. Let's get back to looking at these guys. That's a very big, small ship. Oh, these little space junks sometimes have interesting things on them. You have, just looks like a cargo box. Not going to be too concerned about that. You do not appear to have one in you. Destroyed vessel, don't really care about that. Space junk. Unfortunately, I haven't been marking these, so I might run into the same spot. Ooh, see, here we go. Here's one. Alright, let's pop on out. We're gonna... Oh man, my multi-tool is on its last leg. Oh, I actually managed to get the core on that one. Wow. Okay, I have a spare core now. Alright, and you are a base one. We'll still grab it. We're gonna build a base someday eventually. Might as well have an extender to do it. Unfortunate. Unlucky. It's okay, we've been very lucky so far with our space junk, so a little bit of no luck is not too big a deal. Ooh. That one does not appear to have an extender. Nope. Alright. I do want to see what some of this other junk might have available to us as we kind of go along here. Oh, see, now this is another large thruster. I don't have this. I have other things in the cargo hold at the moment, though. Yeah, I don't have enough space to grab it right now. And I am just kind of darting between these things randomly, probably hitting the same ones several times. And I can always head over to the space station and sell some of these random pieces of junk. Yeah, I think this is just a shell, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think there's actually anything in there other than maybe a cargo container. What about you? Ooh, you have an extender. Alright, I didn't want to spend too much more time on this. At least not, you know, on camera. What type are you? Capital vessel. Excellent, that's the one we need. Alright, like I said, they're a little random which type it is. But you hit enough of them, and you get what you're looking for. Just kind of keeping an eye on my charge and stuff. There we go. Capital Vessel CPU Extender. Alright, let's real quick here head back over to our capital vessel. Here we are, which we're going to need a name for. Yeah, I like this angle for describing this. So, this, to me, looks kind of like one of the old-style descriptions of UFOs. There were basically three different descriptions of UFOs. There was the standard flying saucer that everybody thinks of these days. There was the the little balls of fire, which were called Foo Fighters. That's where the band gets their name from. And then there was these ones that were basically described as cigars with short, stubby wings. I don't think those had a specific name, otherwise I would use that for the name of the ship. Somebody correct me if there is actually a name for that specific type of UFO. Please tell me. But to the best of my knowledge, that one didn't actually end up with a name. Alright, so we have our capital vessel CPU tier 2 extender. That is not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so let's hop over here. We have... Let's pull this block out. There we go. We are going to take our extender, put it right there, right next to the core. We have got many layers of the hardened in between. It should be pretty good. Let's go ahead and pull the rest of this stuff into our temporary cargo boxes, complete with the spare core. There we go. Now we can theoretically go get that other thruster if we want. What I want to do is take the existing thrusters I have. Let's switch this over. Alright. I want to take these existing thrusters I have, get them into the positions I want them, and then figure out exactly what it is I want to do otherwise. Alright, so I'm going to turn you... You see, if you go that way, then I can come up here and place you there. I'm going to kind of do this. We're going to rotate you again. You're now facing down. Whoop. Why am I suddenly getting lag? Uh-oh. Oh, oh, oh. Poor optimization at work. Alright. I should be able to put you right like that, which I believe... Yeah, we get a little bit poking out, but that looks pretty good to me. I like the way that turned out. Uh-oh. Why am I suddenly having such major issues here? You do have the enclosed versions. I don't know if I want that. I'm going to go ahead and put the second... Ooh. Maybe not. I don't have the stuff to do that. I think I'm going to put the enclosed version here. Yeah, there we go. That way you're all nice and enclosed. As you can see, the front just kind of does this thing, which looks alright in my book. So that is a down, a front, and a back. Not too bad. Alright, so I'm thinking maybe about here. Let's see. Where is here? Here is there. I think I want to go forward one more. Yeah, let's go forward one more. And we will grab these guys, and you will go like that. And there we go. We've got that. Perfect. So we now have forward, backward, up, down. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and grab that block, put that block back in place. We actually have our left thruster. Although we kind of want to change that. We would need a right thruster. How is my CPU looking? Holy crap. Ooh. Alright. This is not great. I'm gonna need the necessary parts to make the next tier of extenders, I think. 'Cause, yikes. Yikes has to be said. Now, the next tier will jump us up quite a bit, but man, I don't even know. Let's take a quick look in here. I think it's under engineering. Yeah, here we go. Because I don't think there's really any places for me to get that without having to actually take on some sort of something I'm not going to be able to take on without a capital ship. However, the actual requirements on it aren't too bad. Ooh, those large optronic bridges are really the only problem. So I would need 4 of them because you got to do them in pairs. Let's unlock this. Oh, I can't because I'm not level 15 yet. I'm going to want the landing gears as well. We'll come back to the warp drive. There's a thing about that. Ooh. I'm going to need the cockpits because I don't know of any way to just salvage a cockpit. So we're going to leave that. Maybe I will just try and find another small... Oh boy, okay. So that CPU usage went right through the roof. That's a thing. Okay, yeah, and we don't even have power or a cockpit in yet. And we're still missing a thruster. Alright, I think what I'm going to do here is we are going to start searching for a small thruster to grab. I'm not entirely certain where I'm going to find one. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start searching the area near that junkyard station. So I will come back when I have, at the very least, a small thruster to throw into this. I will see you shortly. Alright, we are back. I have actually come over to the other Polaris junk field, and because I remembered there was another one of these over here, and I figure if ours had it, maybe this one has it as well. And sure enough, that looks like a thruster to me. Yeah, small thruster right on in there. Alright, let's pop our core on. Let's make sure... Whoop. What in the... Oh. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. I was thinking our scout thing would come up. Alright, let's make sure we're connected to that. And we're in retrieve. We're in retrieve. There we go. That should be everything we need from that. Just like that, we're done. Alright, time to head back on over. We're going to slap this guy on, and then we're going to start looking at the other components we need to get this guy mobile. Hopefully without overloading the CPU too much. Oh yeah, I wanted to point out... Ghost ship! Okay. Bit more serious this time. Alright, we have gotten ourselves back on over here. Which side? I think this is the side that it's missing. Yeah, this is the side that's missing the piece. Let's just check and see exactly where... Yeah, it's in that spot. So let's go ahead and pop it right into that spot. Let's see here. Boop, boop. Grab you. We might as well grab this since I grabbed it anyway. Might as well make it look the same, right? Alright, so, let's see. You are currently facing down for whatever reason. There we go. Let's put you in that direction. Let's go ahead and put you like that, so that you end up looking the same. There we go. Alright, that is thrusters in every direction. Whew, boy. Alright. So we're gonna need, at the very least, power and a cockpit. And then we can at least start moving this guy around, take this to locations, and just start looting directly into it. That, at least, will be useful. So, let's take a quick look at... Yeah, there we go. I just wanted to sit down. Let's take a quick peek at what we need for the cockpit. I unlocked it. Fortunately, we can do this. Alright, so we need 10 flux coils. Oof. 6 computers, 5 glass plate, 40 mechanical components, 3 electronics. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in our little mobile constructor here. I don't believe. Capital ship parts. Yeah, this does not have the capacity of making it. However, the space station, wherever it is, there it is, over that way, that space station has a publicly usable large constructor, and I'll bet that will be able to do it for us. So we just need to bring the parts. So let's get back in here so that we're using the ship's oxygen and not our suit's oxygen. And let's start moving some parts over. Alright, we need, from CV1, preferably from this cargo box. Alright, ooh, we do not have the flux coils we need. So we're gonna have to loot up some more flux coils somehow. Always something. We're gonna need... Let's see, there was electronics. It was what, like 5? There was some glass plates. I think it was 10. I'm not certain off the top of my head. See, this is what happens when I don't necessarily remember. And there were other components. It's a good thing we can just check. Alright. Oh, it's okay. 3 electronics, 5 glass plate, 6 computers, 40 mechanical components. Mechanical components, 3 electronics, was it 6 computers? Not the 5 I have? If that's what it said, right? 6 computers, 10 flux coils. Alright, so I need 1 more computer and several more flux coils. I don't suppose I have... Oh, I do have a few other random things. Alright, I need 7 more flux coils. I don't think I stuck anything in any of those other ones. Yeah, not so much. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna hunt up a few more flux coils. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the bottom box, shove the components I have into there, and I'm sure that I will find some computers while I'm hunting for flux coils. At the very least, I'll probably be able to grab any more base CPUs out of these guys for flux coils. And there is always that other junk area, the medium thrusters, which I would like to save, but I kind of need the flux coils at the very least for the cockpit. Alright, I'll be back after I've scrounged up the necessary parts. Alright, so I do not yet have the grand total. However, I have gotten myself up to 6 of the 10 flux coils. And I thought I had... Did I keep it on my player? Where did... I had... That's weird. I had computers. I know I had computers. I picked 2 up from a box. Okay, that is odd. However, what I'm going to do, I'm going to dump this stuff off here. Oh, you are components. I should put you in fridge. I've got some components. I'm getting low on oxygen. I've run out of my extra bottles, and down to 41% there. I'm down to roughly 50%, under 50% on my suit. I'm going to head back down to the surface here. You can see I have a warp drive mark because I found one down there. And I think I'm going to grab the remaining stuff from some crashed capital ships that I saw down there. I will meet you on the surface, hopefully after I've grabbed enough coils to get this going. Alright, I am back. I have found a crashed capital vessel on the surface here. I am marking a bunch of stuff that I want to try and grab. Generators, we've got, a bunch of the thrusters that'll give us those parts we need. There's actually a pentaxid tank here, down there, gonna get that. I can hear a stupid spider around here somewhere. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab these guys. Aha, hello, spiders. There you go. Alright. I'm actually getting reputation with the Zoraxian scumbags because, they don't like these guys any more than I do. And, well, I'm in their territory. I am out of ammo. Defense mode. Pew, pew, pew. Back here, you. Alright, so I'm gonna salvage all this stuff. If I can... Other one? There we go. I'm gonna salvage all this stuff. And there is also, because I found it earlier, down here, there's a Polaris trading station. And they also have a spot for a constructor that is public use. So I might head down there. We will come back for, I think, one more segment after this and wrap things up. See you then. Alright, so I have run into a slight problem. I ended up digging down. Let me pull this up. Well, that right there demonstrates what the problem was. I dug down, pulled out the pentaxid tank, and the entire thing fell apart. Why did I not spend the time to grab those extra parts? Because I'm full, almost entirely with steel plates. So I didn't get any of the thrusters. I got 2 neo ingots, but that's not even enough for 1. I got a ton of steel plates. I can make a bunch more ammo now. I got the small generator. So it's not like I got nothing out of it, but I didn't get the parts I actually wanted, is the problem. So right there is the spot with a warp drive. I'm gonna head back to our little camp and drop off a bunch of this stuff. Double check and make sure that I haven't overlooked some of the parts in there. I don't think I did, but I'm gonna check. And yeah, I think that might be it. I'm gonna just double check really quick, make sure we aren't missing parts, and wrap things up. Oof. Hey guys, back for the one final segment. As you can see from the completely frozen screen, oh, and it just went black, Empyrion just crashed. So I don't know where it's going to actually appear for when I come back. So I guess we'll find out what actually managed to get accomplished. And if it is absolutely nothing, then I'll at the very least redo the thruster placements before recording the next episode. The major downside of Empyrean is it is not well optimized and not very stable. That is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.